Hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Awesome Club 2.0. So guys, this is the part 14 of our RHCSA version 10 series. And in today part, we will cover user management. Right? Today we'll see how we can manage user, how we can create user, modify or delete user with options that we will cover today. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe the channel and share it to your IT friends. And let's start without any delay. Let's go. So I'm on my terminal. So here, first of all, I will check the user file that we will discuss in last video. If you have not seen it, the last video, please watch the last video first. And to check the user file, here we need to run command cat, then etc, and under etc, the file name is pass.wd. When you will hit enter, so here we have user information. So in this file, if you will see, I have only one regular user, that is awesome user. Because if you will see the UID, that is 1000. So in last video, we discussed 1000 or 1000 plus UID is for regular user. And below 1000, this UID is for system user. On upside, if you will see, so here we have admin user, that is super user root. And for root user, UID is 0. So here, if I want to create new user, so if I want to create a user, so for that command is Useradd and username. So user one, it's created. If I will check now in this user file, so user one is created with the default configuration. So user one and UID is 1001 and primary group GID is 1001. Then comment field here, if you see, that's empty. And then here we have home directory for the user and shell. So these are the information. So suppose what you want to change the default configuration. You want to assign that configuration like the UID or home directory or shell according to your need. So how you can do that? For that, we have some options. So here, suppose I want to put the command there. So for that, I will use Useradd -c space, and suppose the new user which I want to create that is related to IT department. So I will put a description or the command that is IT, right? That's a command. Then username user2, enter. And now if I will check, so here comment is there, right? Then suppose you want to change the UID for new user, right? We are not modifying any configuration in existing that we will cover after this Useradd. But this time, what I'm explaining, when you are creating new users, so there how you can like change the default configuration that we are seeing here. So here Useradd -u, and I want to give 2000 UID for user 3. Fine. Now if you see 2000 is there. Right. Then if you want to change the home directory, so let me check a location that is OPT directory. So here user one directory. Okay, let me delete it. rm-rf OPT user one. It's deleted. Now that directory is empty. Okay. So what I'll do, user add space capital M. Right? Not capital M, -d. D for directory. And I want to change the home directory. I want to set /opt as a home directory. And here user 4 I'm going to create. User 4, enter. And now if I will check, the user 4 is created with 2001 UID and I change this home directory. So here you can see, and rest all the user we have /home, but here we have /opt. That is changed. And if I will check here, ls-opt, so here user 4, the home directory is created. So this is how you can change home directory. If you want to change the default shell, so for that you can use useradd -s, and I want to set in sh as a default shell. For user 5, so here you can see for user 5, shell is changed. That is when sh. After it, now see one more thing. If you want to create user without home directory, I don't want to create home directory. Like in real case, you can say like your company or your organization want that you have to create a user, but home directory you don't need to create because the client or the user will use a like shared directory as a home directory, right? So that time what you will do, user add space hyphen capital M, then user 6. And now if I will check etc passwd, so here it is showing slash home user 6 because this field can't be empty. So that's why here it is showing the default configuration. But if you will check ls slash home, there is not any like user 6, right? Their user 6 is not there. That means home directory is not created. Or if I'll try to do su hyphen user 6, let's see, cannot change directory user 6, no such file directory. So home directory is not there. To exit. So this is how you can create user without home directory. Now, if you want to create user without primary group, in last video we discussed in Linux that's a rule when you will create new user, along with that one primary group will also create, right? And for each and every user, a primary group is mandatory. Without primary group, any user can't be exist. But I don't want to create the primary group. Then what will happen? Let me show you. So if I will do user add space hyphen capital M and then user 7, it is created. If I will check in etc passwd, here you can see UID is 2004, but GID is 100 this time. Why? Because primary group is not created. Then who is 100? Let me show you. If I check a group file, that is etc group. So in group file, you can check there is not any user 7 primary group. That's not created. But if I'll go up, here we have 100 number group, that is users. That means what is happening there? If you will not create any primary group, so by default that 100 number group, that users group will be the primary group of that user, or it will become the primary group. Why it is happening? Because here if you will check the default configuration, if you will check user add space hyphen d command or hyphen d command, here you can see that's a default configuration. Like group 100 is there. That means if you will not create any primary group, that time that 100 group will become from this file. Secondary group is not there. By default, home directory slash home. That's why. Inactive, that means -1 means it will be activated always. Expiry date is not set. Shell is when bash. That's why. Right? This is how you can understand. Then, okay, so without primary group also we have created. Now let me show you if I want to apply all the options on a single user. So what will happen? etc passwd, let me check. User 7 we have created, okay. Now I will create user add hyphen C for comment, and this user is related to HR, okay. And then hyphen U, UID I want to set 5000, fine, space, and hyphen D, home directory I want to change to property, user aid, okay. And primary group I don't want to create, hyphen N, shell I want to change, when sh. Now I think everything is done. Okay, fine. And user 8, username, enter. And now if you will check for user 8, UID is change, GID is change, command, and home directory and shell. all the fields are changed. So this is how you can use this command. Then one more thing, if you want to like set the expiry date, when we check that user add command here, na? So here expiry date was not there. But if you want to set expiry date, like for any existing user, if I will check user key, so here you can see account expiry date is not there. But your organization want that when you are creating user, that time you need to set the expiry date, right? On like one user or two users, so how you can set. So for that user add space, or suppose they are hiring employee for a contract base for 1 year, for 6 months, so that time you can set the expiry date. So user add hyphen e and date 2026 and 6 and suppose 15. This date I want to set for user 9. Done. Now if I will check, this is 8 or 9. So here you can see rule 40. It's set now. Right? This is how you can set. Okay, fine. After it, if you want to like change the primary group, that also we can change at the time of creation. Earlier, what we did, we skip that primary group. I didn't want to create the primary group. But this time I want to create, that's fine, but I want to use an existing group as a primary group. So let me create one group add, and this is IT group. And one I'm creating HR, one I'm creating account. Right, so these three groups I have created. And if I'll check etc group, so here these three groups are created. So now what I will do, I will create user add hyphen small g is for primary group. So if I'm setting HR group as primary group on user 10, and if I check in etc pass wd, so here you can see for user 10 5003 is there, right? And 3 already we checked. 3 is for HR, right? If I want to I want to create a user and at the same time I want to add that user in a group, like an IT group. So for that we can use user add hyphen capital G, right? Space, and in IT group, user 12. Uh, User 12. So here you can see in group section, user 12 is there. For secondary group, you can check group 5, or you can use ID command, ID for user 12. So user 12 is a member of IT group also. Here also you can check. So these all the options which we can use with user add command to create user. Now the next thing is if you want to modify user, right? So how we can modify, for that we will use the existing user. So let me share the passwd file, and here user 1, here if you will see, so user 1 had created with the default configurations. So this one I will use. So what I will do, user mode hyphen c for comment. So I want account as a comment, and for user 1, enter. Now if I check, here you can see account is there, that's added. Then I want to user mode change UID. UID is 1001. I want to set 299 and user 1. Now if I check, here you can see 299 is there. That is changed. Right? If I want to change the home directory, so what I'm doing, I'm just changing the home directory. So this time you need to understand when I'm changing the home directory. So that time, like we have already a home directory where all the user data is there. Suppose that a user saves some file or data and I want to change the location. So that time, not only I need to change the location, I need to move the directory also. So that time all the data will move to that location. So for that, use a mode hyphen m for move hyphen d to change the directory and here slash opt and opt user one and for user one. Now if I will check, so here opt is there, right? And if you will see ls opt, so here user one we have that is changed. If you want to change the username, right? So user mode hyphen L, new name, I want to set my user and old name is user one. User mode, user one. Partition. It is changed. No, fine. User one is not there, but this is a user one. 299, this already said, na? Account, property user, this one. This is a user one. So name is changed. Okay, then if I want to change the secondary group or if I want to add any user in a group, right? So we already have account group also now. So there I will add, suppose this user 6, right? So for that we will use user mode hyphen a for append, right? So what will happen? Append means if already any user will be there in that group, no matter your user will add there, will append there. Otherwise, the existing user, which is a member of that group, that will remove from there. So hyphen A, hyphen G, and group is account, and user is user 6. Now, if I check in group file, so here you can see in account, user 6 is here. That's added. Right? So this is how we can do that. Same all the commands you can run in one go also. etc pass wd. So suppose I want to change it for uh, this one, right? I want to change user 2. So user mode hyphen u for UID. I want to start 6000 space hyphen s for when sh and space hyphen m hyphen d and it should be opt user 2, right? That I want to change space and hyphen g primary group also I want to change, right? A small g. So primary group should be HR and secondary group should be IT that I want to step and user 2. It is changed. Now let's see. So for user 6, that is not changed. Why? What command I run? Oh, sorry, user 2, not 6. User 2, 6000. Group is this one, 5003 for HR. Then this is the command. And home directory is changed, shell is changed. And if I check group file, etc group. So here you can see here the 6 is there. And you will see I have not added hyphen a option. That's why the existing user was removed. Right? So this is how we can modify user. Now the last thing, if you want to delete user. So to delete user, I want to delete use my user, right? This one. So I will use Userdel. Normally, if I will put the user thing, my user, what will happen? User will delete. User is deleted from here, my user, but the data will not delete. Right? Data will not delete. Data means here home directory is there, user one. So if you want to delete only user, you don't want to delete the user data. So that time you can use Userdel command. But if you want to delete the data along with user, so that time you can use Userdel -r command, and then like user two, I want to delete. Okay, primary group I change for that now. User three, okay. User four, I want to delete five. I want to delete six. Right, like this. And if I will check now, so user is deleted, right? So this is how you can delete the user. So that's all about for today, guys. We have covered here user management, how we can manage user. In next part, we will cover the group part. What is group and how we can manage the group, that things we will cover. If you have any doubt in today videos, so you can write in comment, and that doubt we will cover in next video. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and share it to your IT friends. Let's go.